back from the gym, so I'm gonna make myself a protein shake. Many of you actually have asked me what protein powder I use. So I've been using the Isopure chocolate peanut butter. What was the one I was using before? It was another ISO something by Dynatex, I think was the brand. I don't know why I remember the brand more than the name. Not Isopure, it was like ISO 1000. Anyway, they're all like very, very similar, and I just try and make sure I use one that's using whey protein isolate. If you have like a lactose intolerant, whey protein may not be the best. I know there's protein powders out there that use like goat whey, which is supposed to be a lot easier on the digestive system. This doesn't really bother my stomach, and I'm kind of constantly on the hunt for a flavor that really hides the whey, because I don't like the way whey smells. I can't really taste it, but I can smell it, and it just smells like sweaty foot. It's just not good. I don't like it. But anyway, the chocolate peanut butter seems to hide it pretty well. The other protein powder I was using was just chocolate, and I could really smell it. And then any of the other funky ones, like, I don't know, cookies and cream, or like any of the more creative flavors, shall we say, I don't like them. I've tried like little sample packs of those. I don't like them. So I've been sticking with the chocolate peanut butter. This is actually my second tub of this. And then I throw in some creatine powder. And that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend this up. I just have to show you guys when Butters is in full pout mode. She's pouting. Do you want to know why she's pouting? Mommy had to put away her little Foxy Chew toy because she gets crazy. So whenever Butters has a toy with her, she just becomes relentless. She comes at you with it. She starts whining. You have to throw it. You have to play with her. She could be exhausted. It could be after a full day at daycare where she's played all day like a wild animal, and she has a little toy. She's relentless. So anyway, I have to actually physically take it, show her I'm taking it away. I have to say no. I put it on the counter away from her, and then she sits here and pouts for a little while. This is her pouting. So I am going to meet my friend Laura, whom, has she been on my vlog? Maybe like just in passing or whatever. I meet her usually for meals, but I'm meeting her at this newish food hall, which I thought was in Chinatown here because it's on Spring Mountain, which is the main road in Chinatown. But it's actually like on a very western part of Spring Mountain. So I think it's like actually more like in Summerlin. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Only for those of you in Vegas does that matter. For any of you not in Vegas, it means nothing. But this is a food hall with some interesting Asian food and like Asian desserts. And then I think there's also maybe like a Mexican stand in there. Anyway, I'm very curious about it. I've already forgotten the name of it, but I will vlog when I go. Okay. But Laura is a friend of mine that I met through meetup.com. And I can't remember if I've mentioned this on this channel or anything, but I met her through meetup.com, and I used meetup.com when I was living in New York. Before Butters, we had a pug. And so there was a pug meetup, and they would organize everything through meetup.com. So I signed up because of that. And ever since then, it's really been a good resource if you want to meet people. And so when I moved to Las Vegas, I didn't really know anyone. I had not met any other YouTubers. I wasn't even really YouTubing that much when I first moved here. So it was like after a few weeks, I was like, oh, why don't I check out meetup.com? So I went on there and I found a group. It was like 40s and 50s women who like to eat out. It was something like that. Like that was the name of the group. And I was like, wow, that sounds perfect. So I signed up, and Laura happened to be the organizer for that group. So obviously she was at every single meetup. I couldn't go to every single one, obviously, but I went to quite a few. And then had met a couple of other people that I've since lost touch with, but that, you know, I really liked and enjoyed their company, and got to go to a bunch of different restaurants that I probably would not have gone to without this group, you know, like when I would not have come across them on my own. So that was really, really great. And then Laura disbanded the group. She got really busy. I think COVID happened. I don't know, some stuff happened in there. Anyway, she started another group, disbanded that. I think, you know, she has a really busy job. So anyway, yeah, I've stayed friends with her, and it's been great. So I just wanted to mention that if anyone out there is like looking to meet people, try something different, you have a hobby or an interest, like meetup.com has a ton of different groups. And not all of them, I think, will probably work out, but I think they're worth a shot for sure. I've had good luck with them. So anyway, that's how I met Laura here. And she's actually originally from Jersey, like myself. She went to Rutgers, like my brother. It's the state school there. Her parents grew up in Brooklyn. Her father went to the same high school as my husband. So we just have a lot of commonalities. And I love her parents. I've hung out with her parents. Her parents live here now, which is why Laura moved here. And so she's lived here a long, long time. And she actually works in the food and beverage industry. So she knows a lot about the like restaurant happenings in the city, because a lot of strip owners or chefs, they'll leave the strip and open up a restaurant off strip. And those are the ones you want to go to, because the quality is just as good, if not better, and for like half the price. So yeah, we're going to check out this food hall. She's never been, so this is not one of her recommendations, but in the future, when she does take me to like one of those, you know, off strip restaurants, I will let you guys know. And let you guys know like what we think of it or whatever. So anyway, that's the plan for today. I'm meeting her at noon. We're just doing like a lunch situation, and that's it. That's it. I have to obviously shower, get ready. I don't know what I'm doing this evening. So my husband is actually on, you know, getting ready to leave for a little business trip. So he's gonna be gone for a few days. And I have the house, I have Butters and the house all to myself. So I don't know what I'm gonna do tonight. I think Butters and I should throw ourselves a little party, a little mother-daughter party. What do you think? Order in some junk food, watch some rom-coms. Okay, I'm ready to go meet my friend for lunch. So this is where we're going. Can you guys see that? It's the Cheongdam Food Hall. And it says Smile Shoda. That's the all-you-can-eat sushi place there. So there's Smile Shoda, all-you-can-eat sushi. Then there's Teddy, coffee and tea. I think this is actually what caught my eye when I was, you know, scrolling through Instagram, and you know, the ads would pop up, or suggested feeds or whatever. This is what caught my eye, because you guys know how much I love bears. And then a Japanese curry place. And then here's what I was thinking. Here's a tacos place. And then here is, I believe, ice cream, like soft serve ice cream. And then like, I think this says Korean food, but tonkatsu is like Japanese pork. So I don't know, maybe it's like a blending, an Asian fusion type thing. I think that's it. I think if I were to understand correctly, I guess I'll get a better sense once I'm there. More places are gonna be popping up. I don't know if they have like empty spots for other restaurants to pop up, but so far that's what they have. And I think the newest is this Neko Anko place, the soft serve place. Yeah, traditional Korean desserts. Let's look at the menu. Oh yes, so they have the ice cream with, it's like a pastry. It's almost like almost like a waffle but it's like shaped differently and they put it on top of the ice cream. Sometimes they use it as a cone. A gazillion years ago, when I first moved here to Vegas, so like 7 years ago, the place has since closed down. My husband and I were going to the soft serve restaurant, like in the southwest part of Vegas, and they served everything in like a teddy bear, like waffle cake kind of hybrid thing. So it served as like a cone, basically. And so they put the soft serve in there. I think it's the same idea as that. So I'm excited to try maybe some ice cream. Taiyaki, that's what it's called. The like fish cakey things. Well, the fish-shaped cakey things, not fish cake. That's not good with ice cream. Yeah, they have, it looks like some interesting stuff at all of these places. Let me look at this Teddy place because I wonder if they have pastries. I love me some pastries. So Teddy Tea and Coffee. Oh, the newest addition to the food hall. Okay. Oh no, they just have beverages. Okay. Coffee, frappe, tea, bingsu. I don't know what that is. Bingsu? I think it's like a Korean treat of some sort. This picture of it looks actually like raw meat. It looks like Korean barbecue. I know that's not what it is though. And then they have refreshers. I don't know if I'll enjoy Teddy today because I've already had my beverages. But that's the situation for today. So I'm going to just kind of get my handbag together and head on out. I'm trying out a new phone holder in my car, and it's at such a weird angle and position. I cannot find, I can't find a good one. Like a lot of them are cup holder ones, and my cup holder, it's too close to me. So like the phone ends up being like right in my face. It's so bizarre. So I found like a vent one, and then my vents are actually too small and they're very, very low. So I have you on like a side vent by the door, but you can see the whole door. It's just a really weird angle. But anyway, I thought I would give this a shot because I do miss vlogging from the car. I don't know, we can give this a shot. Actually, I think I'm gonna flip it around. Hold on. Oh no, that doesn't work. Okay, let me flip you back around. All right, let's give this a shot. I should actually probably play some of this footage back just to see if you can hear me, because you are right on a vent and the AC is going. Sunglasses. I'm still wearing the Celine ones to death. And you know, the Prada ones that I bought while I was in Milan, I keep leaving them up in my closet. I'm such an idiot. But I need to bring those down and wear those. All right, here we go. Back to vlogging in the car. I feel like this makes people nervous, but it's actually less distracting than actually having like someone sitting in the car with you talking, because it's not like I actually have to talk to you. I'm just thinking out loud, actually. So let's see, what does the GPS say? I will be there in 22 minutes. So what I wanted to chat with you guys about while we're in the car is the wonderful night out I had for Lori's birthday. So I made such a big fuss about staying up late, which, you know, I stayed up late. We met at about 8:45, 9 o'clock at the table. We finally got to ordering and eating probably around 10:30, and then I left Bellagio at about 12:30, got home at about 1 or so. The traffic was really bad. It was so strange. The traffic was really bad. Anyway, the dinner was great. It was so great. And I actually was not tired at dinner at all. So I was happy about that. I was actually pretty awake, and they being Lori and Erica and Bridget. Bridget was the woman sitting next to Risa. She also had blonde hair. She was sitting next to Risa. And Erica Vieira is actually a YouTube coach. She's good friends with Lori. She was there. So anyway, the three of them were going out. They were like, "You look fine, like come out with us." And I was like, "No, absolutely not." I'm like, I already know this is gonna wreck me. So got home, probably finally fell asleep at like 1:30, 2 o'clock. And then and now this is my own fault, This is my own fault because I wanted to make sure I had that dinner portion of the vlog in the vlog that was going up on Saturday. So you guys, obviously you will have already seen it, and dinner was Friday night. What was why did I do that? Why did I plan it that way? Because I knew I was getting home late Friday, so I wouldn't be able to upload and edit the vlog and all that stuff Friday night. I mean, I could have, but it was already late. And then because it was late, I had to, and my plan was to wake up early basically and finish editing and then uploading it, etc., doing all the stuff. I was like, oh, it's fine. I always wake up at 5. My videos go live at 7. That was the stupidest idea ever. So I set my alarm for 5. Had only been asleep for like 3.5 hours. Woke up, edited the video, and then, whatever, uploaded it and finished it up. So great, it went live. I'm happy with it. But because I had such little sleep, I went back to bed, but it's not the same. So all I did the next day on Saturday was I slept on the couch on and off and watched The Wire, finished season 3. That was all I did. That was all I did. And my eating was off. I was just like randomly eating like stuff that I could eat on the couch. I was making very, very bad, poor choices. Like protein bars, almonds, like just whatever I had in the house. Blueberries. I finished the blueberries. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. My stomach was definitely paying for it by the end of the day. But anyway, today's a brand new day. I feel much better. But I think I mentioned this in maybe my transformation journey video, or the one before where I kind of did like a check-in where maybe like my most important piece of advice would be to get your sleep straight, because when you're tired, you just don't make good choices. And I was like the walking embodiment of that yesterday. And I was like, here it is. I don't know. It's basically like you end up having like this pity party for yourself, or yeah, you're just off. When you're tired, you're just off. So anyway, just wanted to mention that. From lunch. Laura was great. Did I mention this? I thought maybe a third person was going to be joining us and I'd be meeting her for the first time, but she couldn't make it. So it was just me and Laura, which was great. We got to catch up and I got to tell her all about my trip to Milan, which was a lot of fun. She had some, work stuff that she was telling me about. So it was just a nice catch up lunch situation. That place is actually not as big as I thought it was. I mean, it's big enough. It's big enough, and there's plenty of options there. It just, I don't know what I had in my head. I thought it was going to be like this huge food hall thing, but the sushi was really, really good. And what I really liked about the sushi was how small the slices are, because it's all you can eat. And you always end up like ordering a little bit too much or whatever. Not that that stopped me, because I definitely ordered too much. But like the pieces came out and they weren't those huge, chunky nigiri pieces. They were like, I don't know, petite. So it was really good, and the fish tasted really fresh. And then we went, sorry, I'm taking off my shoes. We went and got ice cream afterwards, and the ice cream was like very subtly flavored. That little taiyaki, that like fish, it's like a kind of like a mochi cake shaped as a fish, that fishtail. I liked it. I liked that it was like not very sweet, not overly flavored or whatever, but I think it's because you could get like different pastes inside the taiyaki, which would really amp up like the sugar or whatever. So neither of us got any like fillings or whatever. And so I think it was kind of on the plainer side, which I was fine with. So yeah, overall, we were, you know, Laura and I were like, I'd come back here. I'd definitely come back here. So it was a thumbs up from us. I definitely want to try some of the other places. Maybe the like Korean food. Oh, the one that actually had the word tonkatsu in it, which confused me because that's Japanese. But it was like a Korean street food. So they have tteokbokki there, which on like a real honest to goodness, like cheat day, that is a great meal because it's very, very heavy. I may want to go back for that. And then they had that Japanese curry place. So yeah, it's definitely a place that I wouldn't mind visiting again. And it wasn't that far. It was actually kind of close to my gym, which isn't in my neighborhood. It's probably a good 25-30 minutes away, but that's Vegas. So anyway, so that was a success. My husband is off on his business trip, so I am alone with Miss Butters. I am just taking everything off. I'm taking all my rings off because I'm about to just get undressed and everything. You know, it's so funny. It doesn't matter how comfortable my outfit is, but if I was outside with it and I come back in, I have to change. I have to take like my outside, not have to, but when I can and if I have time and if I'm not planning on going out later, it's like I want to just take my outside clothes off and put on my inside clothing, whether it's an outfit or my pajamas. Who's to say? I think today it's going to be pajamas because it's just going to be me and Miss Butters for the rest of the day. Oh, actually, this reminds me. I got a new pair of pajamas. So let me put those on so I can model them for you. Okay, so I got these new pajamas from Lunya. And I was laying on the couch with them with my fuzzy blankets and everything. So I have all these white fuzzies all over them. I don't want you to think that I'm this much of a slob, but I guess I am. Aren't these cool? So it's like a cropped boxy t-shirt with a breast pocket and then tapered pants with pockets. And then there's this piping detail like on the pocket, down the side of the pants here. Where else? And along the neck. Yeah, along the neck here. Isn't that cute? I thought that was really nice. And this is in their like slumber knit material. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Lunya. But actually, the woman that I used to work for, Sarah, she loves their stuff. I remember she's the one that turned me on to them. So let me just get all the info that I can off of this. So this is the Slumber Knit Tapered Pants Set. I don't see any color name, but I think there's only one color that even looks close to this, the black with the tipping here. I do think they have a few options of just like plain without the contrast piping, but I thought that was neat. A little bit different from what I have. And sorry, I'm just picking white fuzzies off. It's comfortable if you're into pajamas like I am. It's a nice change from like the button front, kind of silky ones that I have. Yeah, I like it. It's a nice option and I like that it has pants. And when I do end up wearing them around the house, I don't feel like a total slob, you know. So anyway, I just thought I would show you these. I have been wearing them for about a week now. Yeah, and I'm really enjoying them. It's probably time for me to wash them. They really do have a lot of that that couch blanket that I use downstairs. I have a lot of those fuzzies all over and dog hair. So I'm gonna head back downstairs so I can get back on that couch, snuggle with Butters. I think I'm just gonna continue watching The Wire for a bit. I finished season 3, I'm on season 4 now. I also started a pretty good book. So I finished the book that I was reading I think the last time I was talking about it was when I was in Italy. Yeah. I was, we had just gotten to Milan, and I think I was kind of getting close to the end of the latest Will Trent series book by Karen Slaughter, and I finished that, and it was good. Very kind of, typical Will Trent book. And I had downloaded another one for Italy, which I hadn't gotten to, so I just started that one. Hold on, let me find the title and the author. Okay, so the name of the book is The Highgate Cemetery Murder. And I know, I keep talking about how I'm gonna get away from these like murder mystery books. I can't, they're good, I like them. Why am I trying so hard? Anyway, the author's name is Irina Shapiro. And I think this is the first book in a series. Yeah, a Tate and Bell mystery book, it says. So anyway, I just started, I'm on like chapter 4, and so far so good. So far so good. The premise is pretty interesting, and it is a murder mystery set in like Victorian England, which is my favorite. So I think the year is like 1856 or something. I think I made a mental note that it was like before the Civil War. According to my Kindle, there's 351 pages, so it's not that big of a commitment. And I will update you guys. Good morning. How are you guys? I am all ready for the day. I was going to start vlogging when I was still in my gym clothes and looking really ratty, but I was like, you know what? You guys have seen that, Michelle, a lot. So it's like, let me start vlogging after I've showered, cleaned myself off. But what I wanted to do today is play with some makeup I ordered. So I actually ordered the Face and Body foundation from MAC because that is what the makeup artist in Milan used on me for the Prada show. And I love the way it looked, and people have always spoken very highly of this foundation. I have so much foundation, I was like, I don't need to be purchasing any more foundations, so I just always kind of passed. But that was kind of like the clincher. When she used it on me in Milan, I was like, okay, I need I need to just try it out. So she used shades C1 and C2 on me. So I got those two. And she actually had, I don't know if it was older or if it was because she was in Europe, but she had that, what I think is older packaging, which was still this squeezy bottle, but all of the writing was horizontal, not on its side like this. So anyway, my point is, I hope the actual shades are still the same. I don't know if those have changed. I'm actually not that well versed in MAC foundation products, especially. I have some experience with with their lipsticks and their blushes and stuff like that, but definitely not their foundations. So we'll see. And when I was on the MAC site, I also noticed they came out with a strobe dewy skin tint illuminator. I was like, okay, let me try that. So I got shade Light 3. At first, I thought this was like a glowy tinted foundation, but it is actually more of like a highlighter or like a dewy product you can add into a foundation to make it a little bit more dewy. I don't know, I thought it looked fun, so give it a shot. It comes in this like little tube. It actually reminds me of that YSL new line, the NU line, right? Doesn't the packaging look similar? Anyway, I have that as well, but I definitely want to try the Studio, what do they call this now? Studio Radiance Face and Body Radiant Sheer Foundation. Yeah, I'm excited. All right, should we do this right now? It's almost lunchtime. Let me make lunch and then we'll do this after lunch. Right after I work out, I have a protein shake, as you guys know, and then I have some carb, so oatmeal or like a slice of Ezekiel bread, something like that. I usually have oatmeal because I usually have Ezekiel bread before I work out. So I had a bowl of oatmeal and protein powder when I got home from the gym. So that was at about 8:30. And then, yeah, now it's just about noon, so it's time for my lunch. So my lunch on the days when I work out are like a fattier protein, so not like chicken breast. Chicken breast is not it's not a fatty protein, or like a lean ground turkey. Those are like my non-fatty proteins. So what I mean by fatty protein is I'll have some salmon, or I'll have like filet, bison, something like that. So I actually took out some salmon to defrost, but I've really been craving that protein house. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna have my salmon and I'm gonna have some steamed broccoli, and that is going to be my lunch. The reason why I was tempted to maybe get takeout from Protein House is my husband does a lot of the cooking and he makes salmon a lot better than I do, probably because he's a much more patient person than I am. And he like heats up the pan to a certain temperature, all this stuff. Anyway, I don't have the patience for that. I always make salmon. It's either overcooked or undercooked. But he's always like, it's just 4 minutes on one side, 3 minutes on the other, it's fine. But he preps the pan and the fish differently than I do. Anyway, let me go, let me make it like an adult. Let me make this salmon. Okay, my salmon was okay. A little overcooked. Definitely not as good as my husband's. Anyway, let's go back to my makeup room and try out this MAC foundation. I'm so curious if I can get it to look the way the makeup artist did. Not really. I get the feeling it's gonna be that like you get your hair cut at the salon and they style it a certain way and you get home and you just can never recreate it. I have a feeling this is gonna be a similar situation. Okay, I do remember that she used a brush to apply the foundation, which will be easy to recreate because I happen to really enjoy applying foundation with a brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my Sonia G Jumbo Base Brush. I think she just mixed the two shades on the palette that she had. So let me take both of these out. So here's C1 and here is C2. I don't think you can see the difference. Okay. Thin texture. I'm sure I'm like the last person on earth to try this foundation, but it is of a thinner texture. That is C1. So C2 over here. Let's give this a shot. I'm actually gonna go straight in with the C1 and apply it down here and maybe use the C2 or a mixture of it where I am a little bit darker on my forehead. Let's try that. Seems nice. Yeah, I like the finish. It's basically what I remember. I'm trying to think if I thought it was a little bit dewier. Not that it was like especially dewy, but this looks very skin-like on me. Okay, that's the C1. Let me add a bit more of C2. It really is such a natural foundation. It really looks undetectable. The coverage is so light, but it seems to be building up beautifully. Like if you want a little bit more coverage, like I'd want a little bit more around my nose, maybe around my eyes, but yeah, it's really, really great. So I just put it on this half of my face. Yeah, that looks nice. Okay. I do need a little bit more. The brush is definitely eating up quite a bit of this because it is a thin textured foundation. What do you guys think? I think that's really great. I think the shade match is what is so magical. I pretty much have C1 over my entire face and the C2 just a little bit like on my forehead. That's it. The C1 is good stuff. Okay, I'm gonna bring it down just a little. Wow, this is great. I'm a little annoyed that I didn't try this sooner. Yeah, the shade is great. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad I picked these up. So glad. I am going to, I guess, continue putting my makeup on. So the makeup artist in Milan, like I keep mentioning, she used this foundation and she really got my like makeup style immediately. You know, when I just said, oh, you know, something light and natural, she was like, okay. She's like, I see it. And then we talked about kind of doing a nude look, a nude lip, like neutral colored eyes or whatever. And you know, I just said I wanted, you know, like my outfit to speak more than like my makeup or whatever. And of course I wanted it to enhance. But anyway, she just got me so easily. So anyway, I guess we're going to try and do a little recreation of her look. Not that it's that far off from what I normally do. I'm going to use the Hourglass, this blush. This one is the Iridescent Coral. I'm going to use just a little bit of this on my cheeks. Yeah, she definitely applied my blush much higher, like it came up right next to my eyes. That was it. I'm trying to recall if she did any bronzer. I don't think she did. She did a little bit of powdering at the end. That was it. Eyebrows, she just used a little bit of pencil. So I'm going to use my Precisely My Brow pencil from Benefit. This is in shade 4.5. And just going to fill in a little bit here. Oh no, I'm lying. Sorry, it's all coming back to me. She actually used eyeshadow, like a deep eyeshadow in my brows. Well, I already used the pencil, so we're just gonna go with that. And then I've got my Chantecaille Cheetah Trio here. She definitely used like shades basically like these two, just all over my eye. I'm gonna use this classic crease from Sonia G. She put like a mid-tone brown pretty much all over my eyelid. And then she used a deeper shade like along my lash line, like a grayish brown, or maybe she mixed a couple colors. Let me see if I can find something like that. Yeah, I think something like this tender shade, this one in the I Need a Nude palette from Natasha Denona. I'm gonna try this. Let me use a smaller brush. I'm gonna use this crease M brush from Sonia G. Put that in. Yeah, this looks like the right tone. She didn't like smoke out my eye or anything, but she did add a little bit, I think, to the outer corner here. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I have to remember that tender color in the Natasha Denona palette. It really is such a good like neutral, deeper brown. Did she use eyeliner on me? I think she did. She really didn't use that much makeup on me, which I was so happy about. Okay, I'm just gonna curl my lashes. She definitely added mascara. I'm gonna use my Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye Mascara. I think we're getting to the end of this tube. Definitely to the end of its life. I think this has been open for a while. I definitely have to go through my mascaras and toss out ones that have been open for too long. I'm gonna take this brush that I used for the tender shade and just graze it on my lower lash line. Okay, and then she definitely used a very dark Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil on me. I'm pretty sure this is the one, which is 506 Endless Cacao. So I'm gonna use this as lip liner. We're not done yet. And then she used a Rouge Coco Flash on me, which I don't have. I'm pretty sure the color she used, well, it could be between two. I know one, maybe it's like dominant, but it was this, you know, the Rouge Coco Flashes are pretty sheer. They're very glossy. But she used like a cool toned red, basically, where it had just a little bit of purple to it. It just looks so pretty. I think I have a color very similar to that, or I would like to try it with this particular shade. Let me grab that. It's this really cool toned shade from Clé de Peau that I've talked about on my channel. This is one of their, my God, it's been a while. They're like cream rouge matte lipsticks in shade 115 Cordyline. And it's such an interesting shade of red because it's a little bit, like there's a little bit of gray in there. So I'm just curious how it would look with all of this. The finish obviously is going to be very, very different because the Rouge Coco Flash definitely has like a little bit of glossiness to it. And this is like a matte shade, but do you see the color? It's, yeah, it's just such an interesting red. So I'm going to try this. Yeah, I feel like the color effect, this is a little bit bolder for sure, but it's kind of the same idea. Sorry, let me get you right, the light here. It's kind of the same idea where it ended up looking like a nude lip, but it wasn't like a brownish fleshy nude. This color, this is like the right color. I need to bring this in and look at the Chanel Coco Flashes in the store and find one that's like similar to this one. I'm just gonna put a little balm. Yeah, just so it looks a little bit less matte. Oh, I love this lip. I love this lip. This combo, this could be my new favorite combo. The 506 for Makeup Forever and the 115 from Clé de Peau. So good. So, so good. I should reach out to this makeup artist and tell her how much I love the lip and to thank her for turning me onto this MAC face and body, because otherwise I definitely would not have tried it. And I really like it. I really like it. So far, I do really like it. Anyway, a big box came in and I wanted to open it up with you guys because I don't think it's PR. I think it's actually a gift. I'm making assumptions. Let's go over to this box and open it up together and see what it's all about. Okay, so I do have some PR piling up, but this big box arrived for me. So we're gonna open it up together here. Now I'm gonna explain to you why I didn't think it was PR, if it is what I think it is. I think I'm gonna need to put it on the floor. So it's a bunch of stuff from Jonathan Adler, who is that, I wanna say interior designer, but I don't think that's quite right. I know he started out, I believe, in pottery. And so he's designed like, you know, pottery pieces, and I think he's like a furniture designer. I'm not sure if that makes him like an interior designer, but you know who I'm talking about, Jonathan Adler. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Okay, there's no card or anything. So a few months back, one of my followers on Instagram DM'd me and basically said, you know, I work for Jonathan Adler. If there's anything you want or whatever, please let me know, like we can send it to you. And I was like, oh my God, that's so nice. I mean, that is just beyond nice, but I don't know, I didn't feel right. So I never responded to him. I was just like, thank you so much, like, for the offer. That is like so, so kind, but I never like said anything. And I think he took it upon himself to just send me a whole bunch of stuff, which is insane because I love Jonathan Adler stuff. And in fact, when we moved in here, one of his couches was like a possibility for the living room, but I went with the Restoration Hardware stuff. Anyway, let's see what he included. I'm gonna have to thank him for this. Oh my God. The Jonathan Adler stuff. There was a boutique of his on Greenwich Ave and like Charles Street, I think. It was basically a block that I walked by often, quite often. And I would always like look in, always like, you know, wantonly looking in, wanting to get some of the stuff, but I never did. So, oh my gosh, I'm like beyond excited. This is crazy. This is so crazy. Oh, this is one of the candles. Oh my God. Wait, let me show you the whole thing. Okay, here's the box. This is the LSD candle. Ooh, that smells good. Do I smell green tea? It smells really fresh. Oh my God. Look at this candle vessel. I love it so much. Oh, and best of all, it really smells great. Really fresh and clean. Oh my God, look how cute this is. Ah! Oh my God, I love it. And look at all the eyes there. Oh my God. Oh, I love it. Okay, so that is one thing. And then, I mean, there's so much stuff in here. Ooh. Ooh. Let's see, set of 3 votives. I mean, he must watch my content because he knows how much I like candles. Look at this beautiful box. Oh, I love it. I think that's what I love the most about Jonathan Adler. Everything, there's just like a sense of humor to everything. Everything is like a little bit quirky and just fun. It's so much fun. Okay, so here are the 3 votives. Look. Oh my God. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. So it's got this like faces motif. So in white, black, and gold, and the white and the black are like a matte kind of satin finish, as is the gold, as is the gold. Oh, I love. Oh, and these are scented too. Oh, they're all different. The white one is very clean and fresh. The black one is like a little bit more gourmand, I think. Yeah. Oh, and the gold is kind of musky. Ooh, or like an amber. You know, like a deeper note. Ooh, that's lovely. Oh my gosh. Okay. So those votives, and then, my gosh, what is this? I cannot believe this. I really can't. I wish you guys knew. I wish you guys knew me when I lived in New York and how I probably would have talked about, oh, I just walked by the Jonathan Adler store and I was just peeking in, but I resisted. I didn't get anything, even though I wanted one of everything. Oh my God. This is, oh, I love this. This is the Lips trinket tray. Now, the reason why I know Jonathan Adler was a potter is because I had a friend who I've since lost touch with, but she went to NYU. She was a year older than me. So anyway, she was really into fine arts, and she, I think, was really into pottery, and I think she took a class with Jonathan Adler. Anyway, random side note. So perfect. Look. I need to get a gold tooth. Am I making the same? Is that the same? Oh, I love it. That's the back, by the way. God, and it's the perfect red. You see it has little orange in there? You guys know how much I love that. Oh, I'm like so excited. So excited. This is like Christmas. Oh my gosh. Wait, there's more, you guys. Oh, a hashish candle. Oh my God. You know, and I will say, this definitely brings much needed color into my home. I always play it safe. I always get neutrals, especially for furniture and stuff. And then that kind of bleeds into the pillows and the blankets that I get. And yeah, I just have a hard time breaking out of that. So this is really gonna force me to put up some colorful stuff, which much needed. Okay, here's the hashish soy candle. This is a 3-wick guy. Ooh. Oh God, these are so cool. So here is, don't drop it, Michelle. Here's the candle cover. Oh, it's a 2-wick. Where did I see 3-wick? I'm losing my mind. Here is the vessel. Isn't that neat? Okay, it's really nice. It's like, that's really nice. All right, I'm gonna have to look up the notes for that candle because it really does smell really nice and very different. And another candle, and in one of my favorite fragrances, which is grapefruit. Oh, I can smell it already. Oh, that's so good. Ooh, look at this. So mid-century modern, right? Slightly mod. I love yellow. I may have to like this right now. Oh, okay, and one last thing, and we're gonna have to decide together where this goes. A pillow, look! Oh my gosh, I love this so much. It's like a needlepoint pillow. You guys know about my crafty background with all my knitting and everything. I was like really tempted to get into needlepoint because I used to shop at a yarn store on the Upper Side of Manhattan, Annie's, and they had needlepoint as well. In fact, they started as a needlepoint, they got into yarn. and they had these beautiful like needlepoint canvases, and I was like, every time I went in there, I was like, my God, but you know, it's so much to like start a new hobby because you have to get all the things. And I was like, I can't. But look, oh, so can you see the needlepoint texture? Ah, I love this. And the backside is velvet. It's black velvet. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Where should I put this? I feel like this belongs in the bedroom, something like this. On the bed. Thank you so much. You know who you are. I'm going to actually DM you right now on Instagram to thank you. Well, I have to clean that up. I don't have, do I have lipstick on IT? No. Maybe that was food. Well, I don't have that much more going on for the rest of the day. Just Butters and I continuing our mommy-daughter time together. Did I tell you guys? She's such a daddy's little girl. Sorry, I can't remember if I told you guys or if I was talking to one of my friends. But she's such a daddy's little girl. She did not sleep well last night at all. At all. She was basically waiting up for my husband to come home. She was on his side of the bed, you know, sitting up, sniffing his pillow, jumping off the bed, walking down the hallway. I had put a gate up at the end of our hallway, you know, at the gate, nose at the gate. I'd walk out and be like, come on, Butters, come back to bed. She would lay down at the gate, just waiting for daddy to come home. I'm pretty sure she does not do that when I'm out of town, by the way. She and my husband are like I'm literally the third wheel in the relationship here. Anyway, so it's just gonna be me and Butters. I'm gonna, you know, get to editing this vlog and get some other work done, and that's it. So I'm gonna end this vlog here. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one.